Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to show you the perfect zombies game on the Steam Deck. Now, this game is called Project Zomboid, and I'm going to be giving you different reasons why this game is so good on the deck. Number one is battery life. Now, the battery life is insane with this game. If you're playing at 30 FPS, the game is going to be lasting for around 5 hours and 30 minutes, 6 hours sometimes, depending on the scenes of the game, depending on what are you doing exactly in the game. But yeah, let's say 6 hours the most. It's really good. It's really phenomenal. Reason number two is also the controls of the Steam Deck. Let's talk about that because that's really important. So this game is originally designed with a mouse and keyboard in mind. However, it does have controller support, so it shouldn't be a big deal. However, I do have to say that the controller support on this game isn't the best. So there are some menus that I think that are better used or they're better managed using a mouse and a keyboard. So that's a really good advantage for the Steam Deck because you're using the trackpads as a real mouse to drag and drop different things in your inventory or just simply navigating through the map, which is really, really good. Pretty much the Steam Deck is the only handheld PC that can really do that really well. So reason number three why this game is so good on the Steam Deck, it has to do with time. So this is one of those games that you can pick up, play, and then drop it at any moment. Why am I saying this? Well, because usually on portable devices, we're looking for games like that. This is not the type of game that you have to play for 1 hour minimum to do some kind of progress. This is one of those games that you can play for 5 to 10 minutes and already do a lot of progress. So that is phenomenal because sometimes when you're playing on a portable device like this, usually you only have like 10 minutes to play because maybe you're waiting for someone or you are in the bus station, whatever. You can't play for that long for whatever reason. Well, this is one of those games that is perfect to just play for those 10 minutes and still do some progress. Reason number four why this game is so good for the Steam Deck is replayability. This is a game that you play non-stop and there's no limits. So it's infinite. It's something that you have installed on your Steam Deck and maybe you just play for a whole afternoon or play for 10 minutes. You're always going to have a new experience and it's never going to bore you. It's never going to be boring because it's infinite. And reason number five why this game is so good for the Steam Deck, it's that it's not super graphically intense. What I mean by this is that your Steam Deck is not going to get hot by playing this game. So if you look at with this perspective, in the long run, it's going to be a healthy game on your Steam Deck. It's not going to be a game that's going to run your Steam Deck hot for many hours or anything. It's a game that is chill, it's nice. But yeah, many of you probably already know this game and you already know what's exactly this game is about, but some of you might not know what this game is about. So don't judge it by the graphics. You're probably watching some B-roll and you're like, this game looks really old school, doesn't feel like super appealing, but bear with me for a moment. This game is really worth every single penny. So yeah, the graphics look like The Sims 1, but it's Sims Survival Edition, kinda. So you're a survivor in the middle of the apocalypse and you have to find resources and kind of survive in the middle of that chaos. You can play single player or play multiplayer. If you play multiplayer, yeah, you have the help of your friends. You can play co-op. However, if you play single player, you are alone. You have to search for everything on your own. Now, it sounds simple. It sounds like your average survival game, but it is not. Because not only you have to find the resources, but it's also a super realistic game. It has a lot of details, like, for example, hunger and thirst, which are, really essential in this game. But what's really essential is the attention to detail. Like, for example, you find an abandoned car, and the keys to that car might be already inside. Or maybe the keys to that car are with a zombie that is next to that car. Or maybe that car is parked next to a house. And maybe you can find the key to that car inside the house. So there are so many different possibilities that's insane. Also, the bandage system of this game, it's really cool because if you have some scratches or you got bit or whatever, you have to apply a bandage to your arm or to your leg or whatever. So the cool thing about this is that you can use actual bandages, but if you don't have bandages, you can actually rip your clothes off and use your own clothes as bandages. So that's a really cool thing. And something that's really nice is that your character is like your average Joe. So what I mean by that is that your character is not Kratos, it's not Neo from the Matrix, I don't know. It's like, it's not a superhero. It's not your average hero. You have to learn different skills and you have to pretty much learn how to fight. You have to learn carpentry. You have to learn to become a car mechanic to fix a car. You have to learn engineering, whatever. You have to do a lot of things to kind of evolve your character in the middle of the apocalypse and make your character be strong enough to survive. But the cool thing is that when you create a new game, you have to select what type of character do you want. A burglar, a police officer, a carpenter, engineer, whatever. It's really cool. So for example, if you choose to start with a burglar, you will have better stealth than someone that maybe is like a lumberjack. But of course, if you start with a lumberjack, you will have better axe skills than, for example, the burglar. So that's really cool because you start with some initial perks that your character is special with. However, in the middle of the game, you can learn other things to make your character even smarter and survive better. And yeah, I also tried to play multiplayer on this, and I used the native voice chat of SteamOS with my brother. I've been playing with him, and I opened a server from the Steam Deck, and everything worked flawlessly. I was using voice chat with my Steam Deck while playing Project Zomboid with my brother and with my own server that I opened with the actual Steam Deck. So it works phenomenal. Obviously, the community loves this game, so in the Steam Workshop, you have the possibility to load tons of mods, and there are really interesting mods. Some mods are actual maps, like new maps to explore and to play, but some mods are quality of life changes, like for example, adding health bars to the enemies, so like that you know how much health an enemy has left, which is good. So yeah, like it's a really customizable experience, it's infinite, it's super replayable, and for the Steam Deck, it's just a perfect fit. Not only it is one of the best zombie survival games out there, if not probably the best, but it's also super good for the Steam Deck, and it's less than $20 on Steam, so go on and try it out. Also, you can check out my experience using Windows on the Steam Deck, so watch that video and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.